What up, y'all? My name is Jahdi. Appreciate y'all having me out here today. I want to give a shout out to Friends of Noise for inviting me to the show. Shout out to the Crystal Ballroom for hosting this event. Shout out everybody that's here in attendance. I'm about to do this song right now called Justice for Patrick Kimmins. I've been marching on the streets for justice for him for the last year with his mother, Letha Winston. And this song is a dedication and an ode to his life and his legacy. So I hope this shit lands for everybody out there that's watching. Let's get it. Rest in power, Patrick Kimmins.
Shout out the whole JPK
Shout out the whole JPK crew.
You know
Yeah.
Shout out Jay,
Hey.
Jen, Krim, Hila,
Hey.
Teal, Gary,
Yeah.
Brianna, Aaron, Man the Food Crew,
Yeah.
RACC, Security Man. Y'all know who you is.
Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go. Who this shit for? Patrick Kimmins. Who this shit for? Patrick Kimmins. Who this shit for? Patrick Kimmins. JFPK. Fuck 12 and the prisons. We fight for abolition. Justice for Patrick Kimmins. Let's go. Who this shit for? Patrick Kimmins. Do this shit for? Patrick Kimmins. Who this shit for? Patrick Kimmins. JFPK. Fuck 12 and the prisons. We fight for abolition. Justice for Patrick Kimmins. Let's go.
Been 10 toes to the pavement, trying to reopen the cases. Stay in beast mode. Letha knows she the greatest. We march down MLK, then picking signs is raised. That bullhorn in my face says
Patrick Kimmins.
September 30th, 2018. Portland police pulled up and shot him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times in the back. 9 times in the back. And his hands were up. Y'all lynched him like the Klan. Patrick wasn't perfect, but show me someone who is. That man got stolen from his family and 3 kids. A metal badge shouldn't give the right to take a life with no accountability. Got loved ones suffering every night. Sergeant Gary, Britton, Jeffrey Livingston. Fuck both you scary ass racist cops for killing him. Shot him when his back was turned. Cowards, man, you'll never learn. Then y'all wonder why we wanna see the precincts burn. Who this shit for?
Patrick Kimmins.
Do this shit for?
Patrick Kimmins.
Who this shit for?
JFPK.
Fuck 12 and the prisons. We fight for abolition. Justice for Patrick Kimmins. Let's go. Who this shit for?
Patrick Kimmins.
Do this shit for?
Patrick Kimmins.
Who this shit for? JFPK. Fuck 12 and the prisons. We fight for abolition. Justice for Patrick Kimmins. Let's go. His mom been marching for justice for 2 years straight. First year was nearly all alone. Imagine what that takes. I met her summer 2020 down in City Hall. Protesting, they stopped since not done till the pigs are gone. All my homies hate the cops. Free them all and break the locks. We don't fuck with Mayor Wheeler. He's a fascist snake and op. Fuck back to blue.
Fuck back to blue.
We back to black.
We back to black.
We keep us safe.
Okay.
We got our back.
Facts.
Y'all mad cause we riot. We mad cause we dying.
Listen.
Our rage is valid. We're done being silent. Black lives, they matter here. Even the niggas with guns. Even the niggas who run. Even the fellas and niggas who live in the slums. Look.
We gon' get justice by any means. I'ma keep on fighting till I'm 6 feet deep.
We gon' march, march, march. We gon' fight, fight, fight. We gon' chant, chant, chant. This for Pat, Pat. Who this shit for?
Patrick Kimmins.
Do this shit for?
Patrick Kimmins.
Who this shit for? JFPK. Fuck 12 and the prisons. We fight for abolition. Justice for Patrick Kimmins. Let's go. Who this shit for?
Patrick Kimmins.
Do this shit for?
Patrick Kimmins.
Who this shit for? JFPK. Fuck 12 and the prisons. We fight for abolition. Justice for Patrick Kimmins. Let's go. Say his name. Say his name. Patrick Kimmins. Say his name. Say his name. Patrick Kimmins. Say his name. Justice for Patrick Kimmins.
Typically when I write, I write in 2 different ways. Like I'll write like focused, and then I'll write when I'm just like driving around. I just have like these lines that come in my head, and I'll put them in my notes in my phone. And then other times, like I'll sit down and actually write. But I'm not the type of rapper that can like write without a beat. Like I need to write with the beat. So I'll choose a beat and then write to that. And oftentimes, like the lyrics that I've written in my notes from like past drives and just listening to music and stuff, I'll listen to the beat and kind of incorporate stuff into whatever I'm writing. So that's typically how I write. And like often what happens is I'll write like a full page of rhymes in kind of like blocks of 4 bars. And then once I have like a page or 2 pages, it's typically enough for like a verse. And then I'll take like all the best lines and kind of like synthesize them into one verse. There are times where I'm able to just write a verse straight out, but I typically, like my brain is so like scattered sometimes that like I'll just have different rhymes that come in and I'll have to write them down, and then I'll kind of make them make sense and put them together.
Hey everyone, we're Shadowgraphs. Thank you, Friends of Noise TV, for having us and the Crystal Ballroom. The song is called Jet Black.
Thank you all. We're Shadowgraphs. That was Jet Black. And thank you, Friends of Noise, for having us.
I was a teenager at one point, and if it wasn't for all ages shows, I wouldn't have had an opportunity to be inspired by or be inspired by the show, but also just have the release, the energy release. You know, when you're young, you know, when you can get out to a show and just dance and jump around and do all that. I would like to see more of that. I would like to see more all ages venues and just, you know, more of that.
Yeah, like Sean said, all ages shows are huge. I think when we were growing up, it was like you could go see. We were seeing bigger bands, you know, and you could get in at an all ages show, and it was huge to go and see this band performing in front of you and be like, oh man, this is so cool. I want to be that guy up on stage, you know, like I want to do this. And if you don't have that interaction or you don't go and experience that, then you don't know what it's like. You're not as thrilled, whatever. So all ages for sure. I mean, Wonder Ballroom, I've been in there and I've seen them do, I don't know if it's 18 or older or not, or if it's all ages, but they split the crowd and it's totally fine. It works fine. And I think it's totally doable. And I also think making things a little more affordable without, of course, that affecting what the band makes. And that's always been an issue. It's like, hey, well, does a band or the bands want to make money tonight? You got to sell tickets. How do we like figure that out? How do we make things affordable for people to come see the show then, and also where the bands are also making money? It's like, it's a hard thing to do, but we got to figure this out. And I think going into this next stage of live music, like, it needs to be looked into and assessed, you know.